You know, the shape of the eye varies, mostly it is oval shaped. That is how it looks, but actually if you are able to take out the full thing, you will find it is circular. That is why it is called an eyeball. So, eyeball is circular and it is covered by a very tough outer covering, so that all the other parts can be well protected. Now, when we see the eye, what we find is that if this is the tough part or the thick opaque part, if it was all around opaque, how would light rays enter? So, there has to be some part which has to be transparent. What is the meaning of a transparent object? A transparent object is the one through which light can pass. Now, because we know this, that we can see only if the light enters our eyes. So, there has to be some part which has to be transparent, right. So, the front part is transparent and it is called cornea. Inside the cornea, there are muscles. These are called iris muscles. Now, these muscles are not continuous. There is a gap here. Why is there a gap? Because again iris muscles are opaque, light cannot pass through them. But the central part which is left or which is a gap is called the pupil. The size of the pupil can increase or decrease. Actually, the role of iris muscles is to regulate the size of pupil. When these muscles are extended, the pupil is small. When they contract, then the pupil is large. Now, why the size of pupil has to be increased or decreased? Because we need only a certain fixed amount of light. If there is more light, like if you go in bright sunlight, immediately what you do? You screw your eyes. Or if somebody throws torch in your eyes, you tend to screw your eyes. Why? So that less light enters your eye. So the pupil is reduced, and the moment there is dim light, then our pupil gets increased because the iris muscles contract. And one thing more, you know, the iris muscles are colored, and the color of our eyes is due to the color of these iris muscles. It can be green, blue, brown and black. So, this is about the iris and the pupil. So, now the light rays are able to pass through cornea, they are able to pass through pupil, and next is a lens here. Now, this lens bulges out. So, which kind of lens is it? This is the convex lens. At the end is there are some nerve cells, and this is called optic nerve. The innermost layer of the eye is very sensitive, and it is there that an image is formed, and this is called a retina. So, this is the structure of the eye, and now how the image is formed. So, when the light rays fall on the retina, then an image is formed, and this sensation of the image of the object is picked up by the optic nerves which take it to the brain, and that is how we are able to actually see. So, it is not just the eyes, the brain also has to have an image, only then we know what to do about that image. Now, for example, if there is a snake and the image of snake is taken by optic nerve to brain, then brain will instruct legs or muscles to take action. So, all these are important parts of image forming. But you know, there is one area where the image is not formed, and that is called blind spot. The junction where the optic nerve and the retina meet, that point is called blind spot, because there is no image formed there. For this also you can make a game, very interesting game. You can take a cardboard on which you can put a cross, and on its right side you can put a dot. Now keep this at a distance and keep looking first only at the cross, and then you start bringing it close to yourself. Initially you will be able to see both cross and the dot. So first what you do is you close your left eye and see only with the right eye, and then as you will keep bringing it close to you, after some time the dot will disappear. Now repeat it with the other eye. Close your left eye and then only focus on the dot and start bringing the cardboard close to yourself, and this time the cross will disappear. Now why is this happening? This is happening because of the blind spot. Another thing, the images are not just like a running slide show. Whatever image is formed, it stays there for at least 1/16 seconds. It's only when the image is formed at a faster rate that we feel that something is moving. So the moving image of the moving object is not able to stay for longer than 1/16 second. So because the image is changing again and again, we feel that the object is moving. In the case of insects, the eyes are special. They are actually made up of, each eye is made up of many small eyes. So it is called a compound eye. And the image formed is the mosaic image. What is a mosaic image, or what is a mosaic? A mosaic is like your say jigsaw puzzle, when many small parts join together to make one complete picture. That is the mosaic and the mosaic image. So each eye forms an image of part of the object. For example, if there is a tree, the insect cannot see the full tree by one eye. One eye will say form a part of the stem, other will form the other part, still other will form the other part. So ultimately there will be image of a complete tree, but like broken. It is a broken image or the mosaic image. So that's what is the compound eye for you.